Have you ever wondered how the age-old conflict between Israel and Palestine finds its roots in the Bible? The answer to this question requires us to journey back in time, deep into the annals of the Old Testament, where we unravel the story of Abraham and his sons Isaac and Ishmael. Abraham, a patriarch revered by three of the world's major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, had two sons, Isaac, the son of his wife Sarah, and Ishmael, born to Sarah's handmaid Hagar. According to the biblical narrative, these two sons would go on to become forefathers of two great nations, their descendants shaping the course of history. Isaac, the child of promise, is considered the ancestor of the Jewish people who would later establish the nation of Israel. The Bible tells us that it was through Isaac that Abraham's covenant with God would be fulfilled. It was Isaac's descendants who would become the 12 tribes of Israel, shaping a nation chosen by God. On the other hand, Ishmael, born of Hagar, is traditionally viewed as the progenitor of the Arab people, who would later inhabit the region.
Before we continue, kindly click on the subscription button, so you can see anytime we drop a new video. Also, do not forget to like the video and share so others can also see it. Share your opinions in the comments section as well. Let's continue.
Known today as Palestine. Ishmael too was blessed by God to be the father of a great nation. His descendants, like those of Isaac, would spread across the Middle East, carving out their own identity and destiny. However, the relationship between these two brothers was anything but harmonious. Their rivalry over their father's inheritance, as depicted in the Bible, can be seen as a precursor to the current Israel-Palestine conflict. The descendants of Isaac and Ishmael, the Israelites and the Arabs, have been locked in a struggle over the same land for millennia. This rivalry, with its roots in the familial discord between two brothers, has evolved over time into a complex and multifaceted conflict. The land they both claim as their inheritance, the land that witnessed their genesis, has become a battleground echoing the rivalry of their ancestors. Thus, the seeds of this conflict were sown thousands of years ago, in the time of Abraham. The echoes of this ancient discord continue to reverberate through the ages, shaping the course of history and the destinies of two nations. But how does the Bible interpret this conflict that has persisted for millennia? Let's delve into the depths of the scriptures to find some answers. In the book of Genesis, we find the origins of this enduring conflict. Abraham, considered the patriarch of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, had two sons, Isaac and Ishmael. God made separate promises to each of these sons, and it is the interpretation of these promises that plays a crucial role in the Israel-Palestine conflict. To Isaac, who is considered the ancestor of the Jewish people, God said, "I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his descendants after him." This promise of a perpetual covenant has been interpreted by many Jews as a divine endorsement of their claim to the land of Israel. Conversely, God also promised to Ishmael, the forefather of the Arab people, that he will be a wild donkey of a man, his hand will be against everyone and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility towards all his brothers. This prophecy has been interpreted by many Muslims as a prediction of the ongoing struggle for the land of Palestine and the hostility faced by the Palestinian people. These differing interpretations have led to a deep-seated and complex conflict. Jews claim a divine right to the land based on the promise made to Isaac, while Palestinians, through the lineage of Ishmael, assert their right to the same land, believing their struggle and hostility have been foretold in the scriptures. But it's important to remember that the Bible is not a political manifesto, nor a territorial map. Its words are open to interpretation, and these interpretations can differ greatly depending on one's perspective. Therefore, the Israel-Palestine conflict isn't merely a political or territorial dispute, but a battle of beliefs and interpretations deeply rooted in religious texts and ancient history.